This is Capture Fail with a completionist River-hobbit red hunter. I'm starting in before the shadow because although there is a tiny tutorial for River-hobbits, this is where the levels, say 2 to 5, are done in the open world. So it'll be a while before I come up to the level 6 sort of quests that where the other zones really start. And I am going to do all the zones, starting with all the tutorial zones. That was a quick look at the face of Dick Deadeye, this character. Now I'm going to use later on the Stone of the Tortoise, which stops you gaining any more experience, so that I'm not too high a level when I go round to Michel delving, the 2 places at the ends of Ered Luin and Archet. So this is still a level 1 character, but at this point we now have moved into the open world. So on a list of places in the open world and what quests are available there and at what levels, this is the lowest stuff, the lowest levels. The only thing I really cut out at the beginning was sorting out all the stuff you get on a new character when you're VIP. Now this is going to be a red hunter. You may know that the blue hunter is going to have some heavy revisions in the not too distant future. So I want it to remain steady, although if the new blue hunter turns out to be really good, I could change. But even with the Stone of the Tortoise, I'm likely to be higher level than what I'm doing. So I don't need to be so defensive. I'm not going to need to kite so much. So I can do the red hunter turret thing. Soon I'll get what is it? Not heart stroke. I forget, but it's going to be slow cooldown, but it'll one-shot a lot of things. Heart Seeker, that's it. About half the quests here at Mossward in Swanfleet are non-combat quests, so it'll get the character off to a good start. It took a bit, as you saw then, to bring down the yellow wolf. Right, now this is the training bit, although we're not in a tutorial anymore. This is very much tutorial type stuff. Getting you to try out your elementary attacks for each class. Stop it, dog. Stop it. Right, back to Mineldia. Another level. And I'm right near the King's Foil, so grab it. This is kind of an exercise in the most efficient way to get through all the quests for a particular place. That one only just popped up. But we've got the door hinges. Fix that squeak, fix that squeak. And this squeak sounds a bit different. Yep, but I fixed that one too pretty quick. I first go at the shop. You need money early on here in Mossward, if you start in Mosswood, because the stable rides are expensive and you don't have much. I will be using that coin with a horse's head on it that gets you free rides to make it easier. And there's plenty of Crabane out here. And they don't attack until you attack them. Obviously, I'm recording this commentary after the fact, otherwise I'd be speaking at 4 times speed. Of course, if you don't want to hear this commentary and you want to see the completionist run at normal speed, you just have to use YouTube's function to set the run playback speed to 0.25. The sounds from the game should be there, but I've quietened them down. Okay, and okay, there's some quest here in Clegger that I can't get yet. Oh. I'll soon be at quests of a level where I really should be moving on to the other zones, because I'm going to do it round robin. Thorin's Gate, Kilondium, Archet and Michel delving, and then move on to Noglond, Duilond, Coombe and so on, and Hobbiton. Because otherwise, if I go too far in one area, I'm going to get too over-leveled. When I get to a point where all the quests are turquoise, that's when I'll start using the Stone of the Tortoise to try and avoid them going green. Green is not too bad, but I sure don't want anything to go grey, especially before I get to it. Because I may not be able to pick it up at all. And what I mean by a completionist run is every zone, all quests, and all deeds. Missions, I guess, and skirmishes, that are not part of a quest sequence won't come in for a while yet, so I've got a while to think about those. Right, now we're doing the long distance discovery quests. And I need to get a few boars on the way. I just made a mistake then. I didn't do the look function at the crossroads there. But I'm on course for doing the quest that's timed. I hate timed quests, but since this is completionist, I am going to have to do them all. Also in the Shire, I usually never do delivering the post or delivering pies, but I will have to this time. Dodge the nosy hobbits and the hungry hobbits. But the other thing about this area is that part of the epic quest is running around the other villages just briefly and then coming back here to Mossward. And I want to get that running around done before I move on to a different zone. So it's fairly linear when I come back. Geralt of Rivia. Shush, dog. Right. Now this is Tharbad in Cardalan. If I hadn't made a mistake on the crossroads, this would have been better, but it's still efficient to tag that stable so I can come back to it without paying mithril, for the purpose of tagging the places near the gateway here. But because I haven't done that crossroads yet properly, I need a second go to actually carry out both of the quests that are near the gates of Tharbad. So I've done that now, teleported back. Now I can get Ellery's next quest and the second timed quest. And because I've tagged the stable, I can ask for a slow ride to Tharbad, but before I do that, I've flipped over to the old zones in the map because I need to do some crafting, and while I've got that free rides token, I want to do a quick travel round all the starter zones and tag their stables. It'll save me mithril later on, either mithril or Longdale rides. Right, inventory management. Right, I'm earning the right virtue, but now I'm level 7, I could drink those 2 potions, and level 7 allows me to wear the stuff that I craft. So what I should do is, before the stable token runs out, run around and tag those and then craft. It's easier to do it at the Michel delving, or Michel delving I should say, the Michel delving craft place, rather than at Langarin in Swanfleet. And this little run through Bree is something I always do with a new character. Tag the stables at either end, but also I go get the teleport to Lalia's market. It's very useful. Eventually, this character as a hunter will have a travel to Bree, but it doesn't kick in for a while yet. And that was just easy experience, talking to the bounder and then delivering his message to the mayor. So that's Bree sorted out. So back here, and I'll now go and become a craftsman. Now, I'll just get the 3 that are most useful for a hunter: tailor for the medium armour, woodworking for the bows, and forester for the materials that feed those. I kind of would like to be a scholar as well for making the fire pots later on, but I don't want to pay for a 4th one. That's a bit rich. After getting the first couple of good bows, and certainly after I've got my legendary bow, I might then switch from woodworker to scholar and start making my own fire pots instead of pestering Gwathorn to send me some. Or having an alt, which I don't have an alt scholar at the moment. I do have a good jeweler and a good metal armor maker. But I'm not going to have the jeweler send stuff over, because doing Before the Shadow, it gives you lots of good jewelry as quest rewards. Better stuff than what you craft. Certainly better than the level 7 stuff, which is what I'm organising now. But I hardly had anything starting in Mossward, but now I've got a full set of medium armour and a good cloak. And of course the Rowan bow, also superior. Right, but now I'm back to finish off this list of quests that I've got there. So I've got the timed quest and asked for a slow ride to Tharbad. So nothing will be able to interrupt me. I just need to get as far as the gates and jump off. There we go. I'll take out the boar first. I still need one more boar. But at this point, I look at the gate and I've got now another 5 minutes to get back to Mossward. But if I see one more boar, so that's another quest finished. Right, another level. So the list of quests is shrinking, and it's blue and turquoise. I'm level 8. I think I will freeze my level for a while at level 9 because that will make sure that I can take quests level 5 and upwards without them being grey in all the other starter zones. I'll be well above the curve for experience while I'm doing these 5 different starter areas, but eventually it will slacken off and I'll need the turtle pendant less and less. Now I came here first to Lintrev because those birds I just did are an easy way of fulfilling a quest in the sort of eastern zone I have to do. So that's been taken care of now. The bush shop of Clegger, right? Quests that start here in Clegger I'm not doing yet. I'm just trying to finish off Mossward and all the runarounds that sends you on, as I said. So now I can talk to her. I didn't have to pay another mithril to get to Lintrev again. I will have to pay one to go to Glyn Helig, though, this place on the cliff. And I'll be back for all the fresh quests here too. Right, moving on. So we're back here. Talk to Wenna and Geralt, and that finishes that off. The boot quests. I'm keeping the furs for crafting later. I will probably do most of my crafting at the point where I need the next level. So when I'm at level 12 or getting near level 12, I'll do all the level 7 crafting and gathering materials so that I can promote to 12 and make my own gear. I think that's something you ought to do if you're calling your run completionist. But now I've moved on to the Shire, and I'm going to do all the Michel delving quests. So I won't be back to Swanfleet for a while. And here we go with the first of those delivery tasks. Good thing it speeded up. You have to do these on foot, you can't ride them. And I have to dodge nosy hobbits, but I don't think there are any on this first one. Delivered it to the postman, I'll mark the fact that he's got another quest to do something similar, but I'm not starting it yet, not picking up the parcel, not till I have to go that way to Waymeet. So I picked up the easy quests in Michel delving. Go up here just to start the farms of the Shire deed going. And then there's 3 people to talk to on this hill. If I go back to here, I'm just doing that little vector quest. The crafting centre. And now there's 2 over this way. 1 outdoors, 1 indoors. Those 2 quests won't be doing right away because they involve going to Hobbiton and Tookland. But I found the 2 hiders. And now here's the 3rd hider. So now I'll run to Waymeet because I've picked up all the quests. No, I've changed my mind about that. I've still got to do the very first thing in Bingo's list of quests. So I've got his pie. Come back and hand that in, and now he wants me to go to Tookland as well, so that can be taken care of later. Here's the run, and this time there definitely is a nosy hobbit that I need to avoid. Right, and there's another one there, so get round that way. And since I've never done this quest before, I had a little trouble finding the postmaster. There he is. Okay, and he's got another one to pick up sometime later. His one is for Needlehole. I've got other things to do in Needlehole, but I'll kind of mix them in with Dora Brownlock's quests. So here we have, this will be fulfilling another farms thing, and there's a new level, and I now have Heartseeker, continuing on to the 2nd rank Red Hunter abilities. With this guy hanging around, it's fairly easy to get the 3 chickens. And I wish you could actually ride this fast. Right, Dora says go back where you just were and more for the den. It's one of those places where you keep encountering other players trying to take out the same ones. And since most characters doing this quest are kind of over-leveled for it, you're all sort of one-shotting and you can't really share the fight. See, that didn't take long. Right, back down the road, but I won't do her 3rd quest with the boss wolf in it until I'm going all the way to Needlehole. Right. Doing the burrows. Of course, this still counts as a Michel delving quest. Well, there's no deed for shrews. The reason I'm doing all the quests first and then the deeds is because you get deeds done or partially done in the act of doing the quests. You can't know in advance how many you're going to get, of how many wolves or spiders or whatever. All right, Now we can travel. And picked up the post for needle hole, and I have to run all the way through the bog. But coming back, I'll be able to get the wolf and the guy with the boss wolf who I just passed by. Can't do it then, of course, because that would drop the bag. The only sort of delivery quest like this I usually do in the Shire is the feed bag. In the Hobbiton area. So, again, put his quest on the list so I don't forget it, but not doing it yet. Now, if I talk to this guy, I can find his cow on the way back also, and then hand it in later. At the time when I do all the quests that are from Needle Isle. Right, can I get up that way? Sort of. Here we go. Jolly small burrow. And shoot at the boss wolf. Didn't take long, especially with a heart seeker to start. Right, hand that in. Right, teleport back through Milestone. And off to the next zone. That's all I'm going to do in the Shire for the moment. This is Kern riding into Archet. Archet doesn't have a stable. It does have a milestone, but I think I'm going to be finished this area by the time my milestone cools off. That's a new prologue. A bit of selling and repairing. Yeah, there's 3 bodies to get. Oh, now here's where I start using the stone of the tortoise. I just did a check and make sure I can take it off again anytime I like. But that's fine. So I'm sort of at the top end of level 9, and that's where I'm going to stay. Until there are no more quests of level, say, 5, 6, even 7 left. Yeah, can easily get the bristle hides on the way. I mean, in fact, I've already got them, so these are extra ones I don't need. But there's the second corpse, and the nearest thing now is the spider area. They don't attack in this area unless you hang around near them too long, but I wanted to get that one out of the way. And I need the 3 items. Here we go, seed bag, that's it. And so the next thing is the third corpse. I just tagged Bronway's Folly, which is part of a deed, an explorer deed. I just want to dodge the water. You can't go and get the Queen Firefly because she doesn't exist in the open world, only in the tutorial version of Archet. Okay, hand in once. I need to get some decent melee weapons because I didn't make myself a metal weapon maker. Only made the bow. Before I do that, yes, there is another quest. Now, I got lost here. I seemed to remember the right turn. You know, I attracted a lot of spiders. I seem to remember the right turn as being a lot sooner than it actually is. Bad memory. So I thought I'd missed it and went back, but here it is. Now I'm going to have to take out 3 spiders anyway, but they're only blue and turquoise. As I said, that the fact that the creature's going to be below my level makes it all right for me to be a red hunter instead of a blue. Less kiting needed. Now get all these cocoons. And the spiders killed are going towards a dude as well. Which attacks I'm using is governed by the cooldowns. I use Heartseeker when I can. Then if I'm not already being attacked, I use the other one that has an induction time, that's Barbed Arrow. And everything else is sort of to top up the damage from those. I do like to, with the Red Hunter, use Pinning Arrow and then back up, even though I can't shoot while I'm backing up. But on these, with these level creatures, the Pinning Arrow is killing them. Now, Unknown Caller was without doubt a scam artist. I can tell by where the call came from. Sorry about that. Now we're doing the 2 long galleries or passages in the underground, just going from one to the next as an alternative way of getting to where the boss spider is, Yornath. But I got a little lost. I thought I was going to be doubling back to the right, but actually it was a double back to the left. So I'm just discovering on the map there that I'm in the wrong place and went a bit too far that way. Now this is the right way. Now lots of hatchlings which do nothing but mess up your tab targeting. Take out all the big ones. Okay. And Yornath is in here as soon as I take out her friends. All right, Yornath, start with a Heartseeker and 1 more shot, and that will do. So let's jump out of here. Now give that guy back his toolbox, which was near the gate, guarded by an elite boar. Just a bit of fiddling. I've now taken off the Archet. The Archet quests from the list. And I'm going to move on to the next starter area. There we are, Thorin's Gate, to the Dwarven prologue stuff. So I'll pick up all the side quests around here. Couple more. And as soon as I've tagged the milestone in here and grabbed its last side quest, I will give it a rest. See you later.